It's another episode of Factorio Megabase. Last episode, we redid all the signals in this southern iron outpost to only enable the pickups if they have enough supplies and they are also greater than the average of all the outposts, and the drop-off stations to only enable if they don't have enough supply, if they're less than the total on the average. I was kind of thinking I might set it so if they didn't have enough supplies too, but that's not actually the way they're currently wired. They are only accepting, well, actually they accept or if they're less than average, or if there's enough trains to supply them all. That's their current thinking. So, anyways, we're going to go to the northern iron station and make them all like this. Because the neat thing about having it, the way I was doing it before is I was controlling the rail signal. The problem with that is you can't actually see it. Actually, there's two problems. The ephemeral version is you can't actually see when you're zoomed out if that station's enabled or not. But actually, the superior reason is that when a station's disabled, then the pathfinder doesn't consider it when it's looking for a place for the train to go. So when when a station does enable itself, this train, is going straight to here, and that train's going straight to here. It's not thinking about these other ones that are disabled. Now this train won't go until this stations get disabled, but as soon as that one gets disabled, bang. Well, you can't quite tell because, this guy's in his way, but as soon as this guy gets out of his way, he will move in and come to here. It's so much more efficient. Because the pathfinding, like I said, only works off of what it can see and, of the enabled stations that the train has set for it. So, wind stations have the same name. So this guy's going to start either going to here or to there. And the next one's going to go to there. As soon as this guy's out of the way, that guy will go to here. It doesn't have to think about all these other ones. The way I was doing it before, all of them were enabled all the time, and it was only going based on the rail signal, and that was the only time they were disabled is actually when a train was parked there. And so the train's pathfinder had to figure things all out, and it'd keep pinging a station, but it'd be like, well, that signal's there, it's red, I can't go that way, and everything between where it's at and there was chain signals, so it couldn't go that way. But now with a station disabled, unless it actually wants a train at it, then it's much easier at finding where it needs to go. Well, we should be at our new location. So as long as our how shall I say it, the station is set up the way I did the blueprint. So this is the pickup. We label them backwards. Unfortunately, of course, the cables, I'm looking at the ore. Okay, maybe we can. I just ran through a train. Unfortunately, it's okay. Oh, sweet. All right, the power poles do match up. We're going to pop that down as soon as we pull out the other ones. And this is station 5. I just want to make sure because they are set to work by their station number. this might get a train on the way before we get this fixed. And this is already set for 5. That was the blueprint from it. So now it's disabled when it doesn't have requirements. So in this case, 5 set 223,000. Actually, it should be enabled. The average, oh, the average is 225,000. So it's not quite ready. I mean, it's got plenty of supplies. If it enables itself and sort of fluctuates based on the average, but a train starts to come in because this light turns yellow, then it will stay enabled until the train leaves. So we got to remove the old signals, your circuit. So yeah, see the train started coming in before we really wanted it to, but that's yellow. So this should stay enabled even with a train on the way, because at least the outpost is greater than M, even if it's not necessarily greater than M. I'll wait till this train gets here before I change this numbers on it. This is really station 6. Right, station 6, yeah. He's about to leave. Not gonna play chicken with a train. Set this to station 7. So it's enabled. Right. Until the train left. It's not quite what I said. Oops. Yeah. It's just missing furnaces. Interesting. Interesting. Just don't need it. What about at the other end? Wonder why these are truncated. I couldn't tell you. A little strangeness. Must have been there at some point, or in a blueprint at some point. is station 4. So I pulling that other stuff out. That's on the ore side, never mind. Shoot. This is the ore side. Okay, well, I need to then have that blueprint ready. We'll just have to do it now. We need to fix these. Oh. No. That's all right. Okay, station 3 is showing loading, and it's correct. Fortunately, in this case, even if this does send a train in, it's not a big deal. There's definitely plenty of material for that. And showing loading. 228 is greater than average, so you know. One thing I gotta make sure there's dummy stations, right? Dummy station there and dummy station there. Okay. Forgot to check that before I did all this. Okay, so that's this guy. We delete that. And put the ore one in there. I'm looking for to make sure I don't delete sort of the controls for the station. That's the master control, don't need to get rid of that for the whole outpost. That's the only thing you have to change for the unload stations. Except for I have to go put the light in. Come on, those look like ghosts. There it goes. That's why. Apparently I was using more deciders than I was picking up. Fortunately, it's just the fun light that's not displaying itself. It's actually station 2, so we don't have to change anything there. How many? There's 13. Okay, that's disabled. That's disabled. Of course, we haven't done 4 yet. We did 3 because we actually goofed that up. How many orbits does it have left? Not much, but we got by it. Human train. Where to get parked before we mess with its circuits. Okay, so now we're on the other side. training coming. This might screw things up. Station is 8. We decided cameras, we got 12. Let's just make all of those. Station 7. Guess we gotta go put the light back in. Station 6. Station 5. Alright, oops, gotta put the light back in. Let's look at this. So, all the iron load stations should be disabled, except for if they're greater than average. And there's no train in it. So I should be sure trains get routed quickly. That one coming in might delay a second until that thing turns red. And then it'll come down. Might be able to come over and do this all to the copper over here. Where's the station, copper station? Where's my copper? Oh, that's right, it's part of this outpost. So my train copper station. There it is. but we'll play Daredevil and run it. Okay, so we need the dummy stations for this. We might have something going here. Well, we have the signal set, but we don't actually have the dummy station set for some reason. So we're going to have to copy that. It's possible I deleted the dummy station for a reason. Oh, that's because it's set there. There it is. For some reason I had, because it was down below a chain signal. And it can't work below a chain signal, otherwise it would get a train. Because that would be green at some point. So let's just get rid of this track, because there's no reason for it. So we do the loads, because that's a dummy load station, right? We do need a dummy or train station. Red. So that should be there. Now I'm pretty sure, for one, like, I mean, so many of these, like, this is the way. So this being enabled, disabled based on the average, right? Maybe I don't need to do these ones. Acceptor, I mean, they're all enabled. Are they being controlled by their signals? No. Maybe I don't need to do the unloads. And this is station 1. It's the only one enabled for pickup. Why are you red? So because I removed that one, I removed this down here. That can't be it. Maybe because of the train coming. It's just too tight to really fix. I'd like to make this exit lane, not use this, but it seems like I really have a choice on it. Maybe I don't need to fix these. Maybe they're already fixed. The only thing is these stations aren't disabled if there's a train there. That's the only thing that's not happening. Well, these ones are. The load stations are. Yeah. But the unload stations are not. Okay. That's pretty easy to fix. Well, this is enabled if E is greater than 0. We just add a arithmetic. Add green to that. And red from the station. Now this is going to read the stop train. I'll put it as T. And then I copy the other one at the other end. And so if a train's there, it'll turn off the station. And we don't need that. Blueprint saved in our library. I don't like my original design here. I literally take my life in the hands. Do this. Really? Alright, have to wire this one up by hand. Has no power. Green output. And red input. Read stop train. Can I paste again? Yes. Good. If I can copy that one. Now there's an E on that one. That's weird. Like literally every one of these is different. It's fine, we'll just do it over and over again. There's a train incoming, but it's a load. To the stop train, so that should disable if it wasn't before. No train coming. This isn't being disabled at all. Let's look at this. Let's just copy this guy, the whole thing. Let's copy everything here. That's getting its signal value from there. Don't need the robo ports though. Or chess. This is station 5. Yeah, we don't have an M in this situation. This is sold. Let's just set it 20K, which is really a dumb value. It should be like 16, but that's fine. This just goes way back to when I really was just figuring this stuff out. That's how I used to do it. Green equals 0 instead of green not equal 1. That's fine too. Alright. And is this reading stop train? Yes. Why is 5 fluctuating so much? That's right at the average line. And it's being picked up. If a train were coming in, well, you got stuck. For some reason, because I never gave that station a name. Explains that. Oh, we can fix that easily. Copy this with station names. And go down here and paste that in. And that should be set. Yep. Okay. So I kind of screwed that up. I probably screwed up all the copper ore unload trains, but so they went back to their loading stations, except for that one. That was a mistake on my part. Alrighty, my train's gonna be over here now, isn't it? Why aren't you going here? See this. think this is set to read. It is set to read. Are they all set to read? I mean, I think the default is read, so since I wasn't pasting out a blueprint each time for the whole station, I'm going to verify those are set to read. Alright, because this can't move because this train can't get out. This is the back in the day when I used to put outposts like right up next to the main track, thinking I was saving space for later expansion, but it's not so great. Let's take a screenshot of this. For a later thumbnail for this episode. Alright, I'm going to AFK a minute. I'll be back. Alright, we're back. Train's almost to our main station. Need to fix some supplies. I don't really remember why we have all this. looks pretty good. Okay. Now we go around fixing signals everywhere. I'm not going to do that. I do like being able to look at these now, though, and see what's enabled and what's disabled. It's really helpful. Could go down here and do it, but this is good for now. We need to kind of scan things. Well, steel's good. Actually, I probably should fix the steel station. If I'm going to fix anything next, it would be steel. But I'm also going to leave that alone. As long as steel's cranking, it could be that, you know, by getting this outpost wired better, the iron trains to here is better. Well, and we also did the southern one last episode. This one's a little more hurting on supplies. We did move all the green circuit iron trains from here to here. I mean, from here to our new build. Hard to see that with all the signal names up there. Could label these. Plate earth. Copper plate earth. So, what would be ideal? What was I thinking about fixing? Oh, this may be moving some of these pickup trains. Oops. Especially maybe the steel trains that come to the south. Like this guy. Except for probably the ones that are already up here. To pick up, actually we want the iron trains, not the, yeah, did we do these? Yeah, say like this one, to so maybe a few of these. Switch to the north. Since we have plenty of supplies in the north. Well, for now, we just switched like 2 or 3 of them, so. Because the north has an average of 250,000. So times 8, it's like 2 million iron plate, where the south doesn't even have 100,000 total. So switching some of those is a good idea. If I could send that train directly on through, I would. We'll just have to wait a little bit. Let's kind of look around. LDS was a big issue a little while ago, but 31,000 average, which is, considering stack size of 10, is good. Satellite build. Not even making any, so that's backed up. How is copper doing in the south here? 170,000, good. Even when I was just working on this north build, I didn't really check how much was on hand. 56,000. So it maybe needs some more copper plate trains. It's got 6, 9, 12, 15, 17. Gosh, practically do that one right there. Unfortunately, it ran off, but okay, let's start a couple more copper trains to that outpost. For them. So I will go to Copper Station again. Get that one. We'll really get that iron too at some point, but some of these spots that weren't really of interest at one point kind of are now, because these are really over times 10. What is my bonus? 1,064 plus the 100% you start with. Math is getting a little harder. I like just simply adding a 0 on everything and just considering it's more. That's 5 million plus another 4 million there, and we can get that coal. That coal would go pretty fast since it's near the center of the base. Where's my... Oh, they're coming from here to here. I'm going to go all the way down this way. I was actually thinking of, next time I take this track, is adding some signals or something. There's not a lot of signals right here. There's not. Back in the day, we once thought having signals really far apart was the thing to do, when it's really not. Okay, sort of freaked me out there. See, even this is goofy. They don't have to be opposite each other when they're a separate track. Having extra signals near intersections just helps trains that are behind the one that's moving sort of speed up a little sooner. Thing I hadn't really considered, but I don't think it'll be an issue, is whether I can stick a roboports up here. Because I have a lot of roboports near these smelting facilities, but there's some rock sitting there. Let's pick that up. I'm pretty sure there's no other around here other than my own personal. They're just down that way, but logistic bots will only go in the orange, so we're fine. Stations, I'm good. So I'm just going to connect this into the copper train rail, since this is a copper station anyways. That. We'll just have a single train come here. Change this to copper. Do need some power. I'm sure I have power nearby. Yep. Just need one to deconstruct. Oh, thanks. Thanks for clearing up my wreckage smacking. Suppose we ought to go from this side first. I almost ran off. We need to actually stick the train in there. Oh, I forgot to grab fuel. It's alright, there's plenty of fuel nearby here. So, this really doesn't need a high fancy station name, but we will give it one. Copper ore 73. Northeast 1, 1 west. Tray. So we need to add it to yarn. I like mining up those little patches. And I just stop passing my mouse cursor over them if they're not there anymore. Seems forever ago. This was like my northern border. Right here. Yeah, it was a long time ago. And that was an iron patch. Got it all in there. Alright, so that's one train. I have enough to start another train. Where else? Oh yeah, we were going to come here. Let's head to oil 2. Canned supplies, right? Oh, here's my train going way down here again. Because there's a couple trains in their way. So annoying. That's the disadvantage of having 400 plus trains is your trains don't flow as smooth as they used to. So you probably spend most of your time, or at least a good percentage of your time, working on that. I don't see any way to really improve this. The only thing I can think of, and it's not in the game, would be like an underground track. That'd be so sweet. Tunnels for track. Just like we have underground belts, but underground track. These trains coming into the iron just have a difficult time getting through. Now my train's coming way up here. Gosh. Sometimes you just want to drive them manually, but it's a sure way to die with this many trains. Or at least have your train blown up. The neat thing about it is when you are in manual and a train smashes into you, it always throws you off to the side. And as long as it's not onto a crossing track, you're fine. I'm guessing that guy's trying to make a left, you know. Plastic load. Plastic load 1. Oh, that's my original base. Original refinery. How's this doing? Maybe 400,000. What's this station called? Load 3. Did I change it in time? No, I didn't delete it. I don't know why I didn't. Let's cut the supplies. Yeah. Guess we can leave it alone. Let's go into red circuits, and I think it would just make more sense to send that train over to here. I don't know why I didn't make the entrance right here, or at least a entrance right there for this. Alright, I'll just delete. I'll leave that alone. Oops, I didn't mean to come all the way down here. It's got this signal there, so we'll have to fix that. We want to continue to use this entrance for this train. Or we can bring it off of here. I mean, this is kind of a permanent station being an oil. That's why I routed it this way. Yeah, we can fix that. We can do change this to a signal. This. Actually, I'm going to want one more for coal. All right, and then hope I brought enough crusher chests for this. Okay, good. Power. There's power over there. It's really pretty much everywhere. Let's just grab it from there. We need power to that. Do that. About 100 baht, so that's not a ton. This is going to be coal. Let's just grab that other one from copper. Okay. So what's the station? North 1 south, technically. North 1 south. And this is just simply coal, but I have to enable it only when it's got enough supplies. Wire it up first. Can probably copy this guy. Oh, and we want to, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. So when a train's there, it disables itself so that another train doesn't try to come in. to that particular coal. Alright, I just need to do these. First. And I'm getting range to do both coppers at once. It's like 10 seconds from the time you click it by the time to when it enables it, so it gives you time to do multiple patches. And it's probably 10 game seconds at 60 UPS. And considering my UPS is abysmal right now. It takes longer. And we also got to get power down here. Alright, so that should be good. Oh, we need to actually add the copper train though. Copper, we're 74. How's this doing? Only 2K. That's fine. It's something. Once